Welcome. In this episode, I cultivate many fields. I seed many fields. Dusty goes on another successful treasure hunt. And we go and buy some property. Good morning, viewers, and welcome back to our ever popular Dusty's Survival series on Farming Simulator 22. It is September. It has just gone past 7 o'clock in the morning, and already the leaves are starting to turn brown. So the coldness is slowly starting to set in, but that doesn't stop us from cracking on with a few jobs. Now, the first thing you may be noticing is that you're viewing everything in ultra wide. Now, I do actually use an ultra wide monitor for the purposes of the Dusty series, and for YouTube I opted to go for a standard 16:9 ratio when I started to record these, but it's actually a nice experience to see everything in ultra wide. So I ask you, fans and followers of Dusty, do you prefer 16:9 aspect ratio, or are you happy to view videos in ultra wide? Let me know in the comments below. It will make a difference to the future of the series in terms of how I record the videos. Technical discussions aside, today I'm hoping to get us into a proper production chain, namely the spinnery. We have storage of wool up in the barn at the top, and so I would love to get into wool production and the various things associated with it. I know some of my regular commenters are also keen to see the same thing, and I think it will be a fantastic plan to have a proper production chain underway before we get into the thick of winter, because we know around here, when the snow comes in, by jolly, it comes in thick. Before then, however, we have our field of sorghum, which is ready to harvest. We have a small yield bonus on this. It's looking at the data on the bottom right hand corner. I think we just about creep above 40%, yeah, 43. That's as far as it goes really, but that's fine. We knew we weren't ever going to get a huge yield bonus on this, but I think it's time to get the combine up here, get this harvested and get it stored in the silo. And I think what we'll do is we'll get some radish in here yet again, because that's going to give it the yield bonus in terms of fertilized state. I'm not too worried about ploughing and lime. We'll get to that when we get the appropriate equipment to undertake those jobs. Having a quick look at this other field that we have, where we have our soybeans. They're still growing. Soybeans won't be ready until October from memory. I can check that later on off camera. So that's fine. We will have to harvest the radish, which is in the middle field. And when I say harvest, I actually just mean churn into the ground with the cultivator. So that's 2 field working jobs that we've got to get under today. However, we need to somehow generate $60,000 bucks if we are to purchase the spinnery and get underway with some wool-based productions. However, 15 grand isn't quite going to cut it. I'm not quite sure what we could sell at this stage which is going to make anywhere near that amount, but I do have an idea, and I think we all know where I'm thinking. I'm thinking Dusty needs to go to the bar and have a chat with one of his friends. But before I get him onto that little mission, it's worth raising that Dusty was busy towards the end of August, and he managed to pull himself a nice little baling contract for 7 grand. He also managed to cash in the bales, which is why we're currently at 15,375. So that's good work. If we jump into the contract menu, then we can see we haven't yet collected that total. So field 24, baling completed. We'll just collect that now, and that's going to add to our total, bringing us to a cool 22, almost 23,000 pounds. So if we were able to pick up another 40 grand, then I think we'd be quids in for buying the spinnery. Right, so let me give Dusty a quick call and see if I can get our plan into action.
Yeah, who is it?
It's me, Dusty. How you doing?
Alrighty there, computer guy. How you been?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, Dusty, actually. Thank you very much. Listen, I have got a plan. I know it's something that I was very much against and almost reluctant to admit in the beginning, but do you think you could possibly catch up with that friend of yours, you know, the one in the bar? I'm thinking we get ourselves some proper cash together, get into town and buy the spinnery.
So you're a hard-nosed businessman now, are you? I like your thinking. Okay, let me go find my friend and see what he can do.
Great, Dusty, thanks. Listen, don't tell anyone about it, okay? Let's just keep this on the down low for now. And yeah, we need about 40 grand. So, what's that? 4 lumps?
Yep, 4 lumps at the going rate. Yeah, that's about 40 G's.
40 G's of cheese and a garden full of trees. Okay, I'll leave it with you, Dusty. Cheers. Give me a call if you need anything, okay?
I sure will. I'll catch you later.
Right, well, I feel the wheels are well and truly in motion there. I'm going to jump into the Landini, pick up the cultivator and deal with that field while Dusty's out doing his clandestine activities, shall we say. Right, I'm just going to pull up to the edge of this field. Bees certainly look very happy today. Right, let's get this down and we'll start churning this in. Yeah, that looks good. So I'll get working on this. And hopefully, as I say, Dusty will come back to me with some news anytime now. I hope it doesn't take too long. I really would like to get the deal done before the end of September. It's 9:30. I haven't yet heard from Dusty. I presume he's, well, I suppose negotiating with his friend in the bar. I daren't ask who this guy is, or what his background is, or how he even knows about this stuff. I just let Dusty get on with it. Dusty can handle himself if things turn sour. So I'm going to jump in the combine. I think I'll just start on this field. I don't think there's any point in wasting for Dusty, particularly because he's probably going to be out hunting today. So yeah, I'll get on board and we'll get things going. Hopefully we'll hear from him soon. It is a lovely golden field, this one, so it'll be nice to get this in. I'm just going to, I think I'll start on the far corner. May have to move that piece of equipment out of the way that I think Dusty just left there after his mowing at the end of last month, but that's fine. I can deal with that while he's out. Let's get along here, get ourselves aligned. Okay, so let me think. I'm not driven this before, so we've got controls down there. That's the header. That's what we want, and start and stop. Yeah, okay, so header down. Okay. It's a bit of an old rickety old machine this, but it'd be nice to give this a go. And we're off, I think. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, that's good. Seems to be picking it up. And although autumn has started to arrive, that's for sure, it's still a lovely day. The sun is starting to creep over the top of the mountain. I think we're going to have a busy day today. We already have the radish chewed into the ground, which will give that first stage of fertilisation. We need to get some seed in there today. We will get this one harvested. We'll need to get this cultivated. And we'll need to get some radish in this one. So plenty of field work to be getting on with.
I just met with that fella I know, and he's given me everything I need. I best give the computer guy a shout and let him know what the plan is.
Ah, hold on. Is that my phone? Let's just turn this off. Power there. Engine off. Yeah, it is my phone. 1 second. Hi, Dusty. How are you doing? What progress have you made?
I got everything we need. How do you want to do this? I reckon I'll be quicker just going out there on my own.
To be honest, Dusty, I'd love to be part of the adventure, but there's so much to do here on the farm this month, so I reckon if you take this on your own, are you going to be okay?
Am I gonna be okay? What kind of question is that? Of course I'll be okay.
Yeah, stupid question really. Okay, Dusty, I'll leave it with you. Just keep me posted, yeah?
Sure thing. A lot of these are all over the place. I might be out most of the day.
Okay, Dusty, that's a shame, but yeah, I'll get on with the farm and do as much as I can, okay? I'll see you later.
Understood. Catch you later.
Well, that is a turn up for the books. So, while Dusty's out doing his business, I will crack on with these fields.
Okay, let's get going. If y'all tagging along, I best show you the new map. We got ourselves 4 new spots. I marked them down in green. Now we're right in the middle of town, so I reckons we just go and hit that nearest one, pick up that easy bit of cheese, and then maybe we head north. I reckon that's up near the old sawmill. Christ, I've been up that way enough to know. I reckon it's right here. Somewhere around here. I think I'm gonna do this on foot. I could be driving around all day. Is it in the sand pit? No, it ain't in there. Hold on a second. I can't see anything in there. I thought it might be on the swing. Where the hell am I? My truck's over there. I reckon it's around here someplace. I ain't checking no bins, that's for sure. Hey! There she goes. Well, how do you do? That's one piece of cheese.
Well, I'm at 73% here, so we are going to reach 100% I think before the field's finished, which is great. I'm not brilliant at this job, I must admit. I do keep missing bits, but I can always come round and do those again. Practice makes perfect. It's a bit of an old bone shaker, this one. But she is doing the job, so I'm really chuffed with that. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I wonder how Dusty's getting on. I haven't heard anything from him, but that's fine. I mean, I'm sure he's out there doing his stuff.
Right. I think we're gonna head north. Well, there's the sawmill. I know that place like the back of my hand. I think we're gonna turn up here. Now the map says it's one of these houses, so keep your eyes peeled. I can't see anything obvious. I think I'll park up. I'm sure they won't mind. Right, let's have a look around. Gotta be careful. We don't want no one to call the cops. Does look a little suspect, me walking around people's property. Okay. I think we got it. There we go. The sweet smell of fromage. Oh yeah, baby. We're quids in. Let's get back in my truck and we're gonna head south.
Coming up to capacity now. So I will head this down to the silo and we'll offload the hopper, and there's just one strip, possibly two, straight down the middle of the field. So the field is yielding pretty much a hopper and a bit, so when we get a bit of a bonus next year, hopefully, then we will see what difference that makes. Just this little strip to do, and then this field is ready to be cultivated. Will we get it in one? Yes, that's perfect. Although it does widen out up here, so I will have to come back. And there we are all done. I quite enjoyed that. A couple of bits over here which I'll come pick up. I'll just finish tidying up the field, get every little bit of sorghum that we can, and then we'll move on to the next job. And hopefully by then we may have had an update from Dusty as well. Next job, I shall grab the cultivator while she's here and get that field prepped.
Left down here, past my old grandpappy's field. I do sometimes wish we didn't have to sell that, but I reckon I'd still be living in my truck if we didn't. Okay, everyone, somewhere around here. Let's have a little snoop around the back. I'm not too keen about going onto people's land. Hey, oh, that was easy. This like shooting fish in a barrel. Oh yeah, ka-ching. We only got one more to get. All we gotta do is follow this road south. I wonder how YouTube guy's getting on the farm.
Just swinging around for this last strip. There's always a strip in the middle. I think that's just because of the shape of the field. It's not quite square, but that's fine, just is the way it is. So we'll just get this one tidied up, and then it's time to go and pick up the seeder, and we'll start drilling these two bare fields, one for crops and one for radish. Okay, so we have this bare field which we had radish in, so that's given it the fertilisation that we need. So I'm just wondering what we can put in this field. It's always worth checking the crop calendar to see where we are. We could sow wheat, barley or canola. And I'm just wondering whether or not we just go straight in with a nice wheat, keep it simple, get that one in the ground and that can sit there until July next year. Or we could go for a barley, and that means that we're in the possibility of harvesting in June. I'm tempted to go for a nice barley. Let's do that. It's now 12 o'clock midday. The sun has already started to drop behind the mountains. That's the one disadvantage of this location. It's quite shady and quite dark, but when the sun shines it is a lovely spot.
Soon we're gonna get to a T-junction. We gotta take a left. I think it's coming up now. This looks like the one. The map says it's somewhere around here, but there ain't nothing out here. I reckon I must have drawn the map wrong. Damn it, this can't be right. There ain't no buildings out here. I reckon it's further round. Wait a minute. There's another T-junction here. I reckon I took the wrong road. In which case, it should be just up ahead. What do we reckon? This looks more promising. Well, it ain't round here. Ah, sweet cheese. I'm starting to like this game. we best get back to the computer guy and give the old fella some good news. Thanks for your help today. Y'all have been real useful.
While Dusty's out on his little adventure trying to get us some extra funds, I'd just like to thank all of my regular viewers that come back and enjoy the Dusty Survival series. Thank you for your time, thank you for your comments. It's just great to know that my efforts are not going unnoticed and that there is an audience out there that enjoys the content. If you're a new viewer to the channel and a new viewer of the survival series, then if you're enjoying the content, give it a thumbs up. That's always appreciated. If you don't enjoy the content, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let me know how we can improve the series. Let me know what Dusty could be getting up to next. And equally, if you want to be notified when a Dusty video comes out, then hit that subscription button. I try and record a video every 3 to 4 days, as long as family and work commitments permit. So stick around, there's always more content on the horizon. Okay, let's go round. I'm just heading up to this top field. I'm going to stick some oilseed radish in here. And then we are done for the day. Ah, well, it looks like Dusty's back. Hey Dusty, I'm assuming you've got good news because I haven't heard from you all day long.
Oh yeah, we got some real good news, computer guy.
Well, don't stand on ceremony. Tell me what you got.
Me and the guys who were, watching along. Well, we picked up 4 massive chunks of cheese. We got ourselves 40k, computer guy. 40 grand. Does that put a smile on your face?
Ah, yes, Dusty. Damn right it does, mate. Damn right it does. So that puts us on a tidy 62 grand. Almost 63 grand. It's the most money you've ever had, Dusty.
Yeah, and you want to blow it on some goddamn spinnery.
This is going to be a proper business enterprise. This is going to see you through the winter.
Fair is fair, computer guy. You've always had my back.
Well, I think we should both head down there in your truck and let's get the cash out and go buy the spinnery. £62,000 is absolutely, I think, the most money that Dusty has ever had in the bank, and I think it really does show that he's doing well for himself. Gone are those hard days where he had to sleep in his truck, getting by with just a chainsaw and selling the odd log here and there. Things have improved vastly and it's only taken him 13 months to get to this stage. I'm really excited to start this new production chain with the spinnery. I really do believe that this will see Dusty through the winter and beyond. Well, here we are at the spinnery. It's time to get that 62 grand out of our pockets and pay for this bad boy in cash. 60,000 buy. Yes. Oh, we are in a proper production chain. I am very excited about this. Let's just go down to production chains and we now have the ability to produce fabric wool. So we can start to input wool directly and yeah, get things going. Dusty's loaded with 5,200 litres of wool. So we'll be interested to see, once this is offloaded, what comes out the other end in a few months' time. Well, what an exciting month we've had here on the farm. We've got lots of field work done. Dusty's been off on another treasure hunt, but quite rightly so, because we needed that extra bit of cash in hand to be able to buy the spinnery. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a proper production chain. We have the spinnery, we can start shipping off wool and we'll get fabric out in return, which is going to be sold at a much higher profit margin than all of the basic materials that we already have. So I think Dusty is well on his way to making his first million. I'm being perhaps a bit optimistic, but who knows? He will certainly be able to survive through the winter this time round, and it's not going to be as difficult as it was last year. Thank you for your continued support on this channel. Thank you if you're a big fan of Dusty. If you've missed any other episodes in this series, click the card on the screen now. And equally, if you want to see something just that little bit different, have a look at our 2 Fools and a Farm series with me and my friend Demo Darv, basically messing around Top Gear style. Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.